Mozario, and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you've been looking around already, you'll notice that I've been posting some time lapse videos of some sketches that I've been doing in Photoshop and Sketchbook Pro. This will be the first video, well, clip or tutorial, whatever, for the digital series, and we'll be using Autodesk Fusion 360, something you can download from the Autodesk website. They have other programs and stuff you can use, but this is a good one to learn. Pretty simple, it's fun, straight to the point. It's not overly complicated. As long as you have a background and design, you don't even have to have a background design. Just kind of knowing how to uh, translate 2D to 3D, and usually that consists of working in three views. Well, sometimes four, but typically three, which would be top, right side, or left side, and front. Uh, with 3D, try to do four views, which is top, right side, front, and rear. But with something like this, as you can see on the screen, we have a knife here, and this is actually from a time-lapse video, well, sketch video I did a few days ago in Sketchbook Pro, which is something you can download from the website also for free. So we'll get started. Um, this is a knife, as you can see. It's a big knife too. It's a knife that I picked out from the knife set in my kitchen. It's a knife set that I got my wife, and all I did was take some rough measurements and I sketched it out first. I'm gonna bring that up actually. Sketch it out. Let's take out the bodies. Okay, so this is the sketch, right? And all I did was do one view, and we're just gonna do a simple knife. It's not gonna be, all super complicated, whatever. Let's get started. I have the sketch here. I brought it in, calibrated to roughly the size of the knife in real life, which is about 14 inches long. Uh, I memorized most of the dimensions, so we're just going to do a rough. Let's get the bodies in. So this is what it looks like without the sketch behind it. You see, you got, yeah, wood grain, handle, and everything. We're going to start from scratch. Now, I'm going to show you how easy this is. All right, let's get the knife in here. All right, so first thing, if you notice, I have the start of the picture right at the origin of the grid. Create sketch. It's going to ask you to choose, select a plane or a planar face. We're going to choose this one since we're already in the right side view. Going to go up here, give you plenty of options to choose from. We want to choose fit point spline. Now, here's the thing. When you're creating a curve, you don't want to keep doing points. It's not going to make the sketch look good, honestly, if you do it like that. You want to simplify, keep it simple, right? So what you want to do is just put the points at the arcs, like the highest points of the curves, the lowest and highest points of the curves, or arc points, or what I like to call them. So with that, you just click along. Using a Windows 10 computer. So my shortcuts and hotkeys are going to be according to my operating system. So left click, press enter. Go ahead, click on each point and it will allow you to manipulate. You have what's called curvature and tangent points too, and you see that pop up along with the curve. When you click on a point on the curve, it'll give you the option to manipulate it. If you click on a point and press M on the keyboard, it'll give you the option to move it around and stuff like that. You'll see the drop down menu, blah blah blah. So we're just going to get it close to the drawing. It's not going to be exact. We're not doing a CAD CAM type of deal where we're going to be machining this and on, you know, on a CNC or anything like that. We're just trying to keep it simple, get it straight to the point. All right, go ahead and press enter. Hopefully the storm outside, you can't hear it too well. Hopefully not. It's banging out there. So we're just going to keep going. And you'll notice for a few moments I'll stop talking. All I'm doing is just setting up the curves and keeping it simple, right? Using the same principle as I touched on just a few moments ago. You want to minimize the amount of points you're using. It's going to make the sketch look, well, the object look better in the end. You'll see what I mean once we get this going a bit. And this won't take long. I'll just need a few more minutes of your time here. It won't take long at all. There we go. Press enter on the keyboard. Now, what's going to happen, I'm going to show y'all something, right? You left click on a point to continue where you left off, right? You go to move it around, you know, move the, you know, so what's going to end up happening is going to allow you to snap to the next point. It could be this one, it could be this one, hell, it could be this one. But we want to go to the end to establish the body. I'm going to show y'all something. You hover over to that point, right? It's going to kind of snap to it. All right, it's even drag you along the axis. Go ahead and snap to that origin. That's where we started. You can left click the green arrow, or you just press enter. I'll just press enter, it's just easier. The more you work with this, like the more complicated your shapes are and your objects are and stuff, the more you'll want to use the hotkeys and stuff, because you don't want to keep clicking on the screen. It can get quite confusing. So once you hit enter, you see if you hover over the object, it's going to turn blue. So this lets you know you have a body, right? Go ahead, click finish sketch. Now we're going to establish a thickness. So you left click, go up to extrude, click it, go to isometric. So you click the little house icon above this cube for the different views. You click the house, it's going to take you to isometric. So we want to establish the thickness for the blade. And again, rough measurements. We're not trying to put on a CNC, anything like that. Go to direction, click symmetric, go down to distance. You want to click, oh, well, I'm sorry, you want to type in 0.025, 25 thousandths of an inch. Press enter. Boom. You have a new body. So this is literally the thickness of the blade. Okay. Now what we're going to do, I mean, I'm telling you, it's really this simple. We want to draw on the face of this body, right? When you create a body, it has different faces. So you got 1, 2, even 3 here. You got one on the other side. We're going to click on his face. So let's go back to right side view. Click on his face, create sketch, and it's going to allow us to draw on his face. All right. Go to fit point spline. When you hover along the curve, it'll let you actually click on the curve. So you want to click there, go down, and it's going to snap. It's going to snap right into it. Click. And then when you click again, when you left click, same option. It's going to let you wiggle this around, confirm it, or you just hit enter. Same thing. We're going to manipulate the curve. We're going to stay somewhat close to the picture. There I drew. Press enter. Move this all along. There we go. There we go. Same. Finish sketch. There you have it. So now you created two faces on the same body, right? This is the handle we're working with. So we're going to translate this to the other side. So to translate it, what you want to do, well, copy, I should say. Copy it to the other side. Click on his face. Just left click it one time. Go to extrude. Flip it around. And if you use this arrow to drag it, you kind of get it started, right? It gives you an idea of direction and direction it's trying to go. Now, if you look, it's in red. That means it's trying to cut it. You don't want to cut it. We're going to establish the distance, extent type to object. Click on the object, but instead of cutting it, you want to go to operation, new body, press OK. That's simple. So now you've created the handle, you created its own entity, right? Now we need to focus on the handle, right? Because we essentially got the body going on. We got the handle, the body, you know. So I mean the blade. So we're gonna make the blade invisible, all right? Because we don't need to work with it, not yet anyway. So go to your menu, click down. We're going to click the little eye next to the body, and you see it's gone, right? Hell, you can even go as far as eliminating the picture for now, because again, we're just kind of focusing on this. So you want to extrude this face because with a knife, and it depends on who's designing and making a knife. You go on YouTube. There's so many different ways to make a knife, but with a handle, uh, that's more so what I was getting at with the handle. Typically was done two halves of material, whether it be like plastic or wood stock or something like that. They're taken and slapped on each side of the body, right, for the handle, and pins are put in, like compression pins, super adhesive, whatever. I'll show you what I mean. So we're going to extrude this face. So you click on it one time, left click, extrude, 0.1. Again, rough measurement. I'm going from memory of the measurements I took from the actual knife. You want to go down to new body, make sure you click it, 0.1, press OK. We have 1/2 of the handle. So same thing, just repeat the step. Left click, extrude, 0.1, new body, press OK. So you literally have 2/2 of the handle. All right. Now let's bring the sketch back in, because now what we have to do is put in the pins that hold the 2/2 of the handle together to the body, right? So you click on his face, you create sketch, and we're going to draw a construction line. The whole point of this is to establish the center point for these 3 pins. You can use a line or fit point spline. I'm just used to using the fit point, so we're going to do that. Try to find the center of the circles, drag it along, press enter. There you have it. So don't finish the sketch yet. Don't click that. That's where you mess up. But make sure you turn off the construction line. Go to center diameter circle, click it. And you see when you click it, since we didn't finish the sketch, we're working on the same plane and everything, right? The same surface. It allows you to drag your crosshair along this center line. And since we got this center line going for all 3 holes, roughly, click the center, try to find the center as close as you can, try to match it up with the drawing. In this case, we're going to type in 0.275, press enter. Just keep doing the same thing. Oh, same thing. Press enter. Now we want to finish the sketch. We're done with it. Go ahead, click on the construction line. We don't need it anymore. Delete. Now we're going to project, or we're going to copy the drawings, the sketches for the pins onto the other side, right? The way to do that, you hold the shift key, left click on each diameter. You'll notice when it highlights blue, it's clickable. There it is. Now you flip it over to the other side, you just orbit it over, or you can see it highlighted at the bottom of the screen is orbiting. And then extrude. Now you can choose that arrow through your object. It's kind of cool. Drag it through roughly. You're just giving it some direction. Extent type, click on it to object, click on the other face. You don't want to cut it though. You want to create a new body. Press OK. There you have it. It's that simple. I'm gonna show y'all something though. I'm gonna take away this drawing, and then I'm gonna take away this body too. So you can see, I'm gonna actually delete this body. Go ahead, delete that. We don't need it. Now, if you look through, this is the cool part. You can see the pins. In real life, that's essentially how the handles, the two halves of the handle are being held to the body. I'm gonna bring in the original body. I'm gonna show y'all something. See that? So you see how you essentially have a knife. I mean, this is pretty much the knife, right? But we try to make it look good. Try to make it look realistic, you know. So I'm gonna show y'all something. We're going to take out this body again, just making it visible because we're working with the handle right now. There's not much more we need to do to the blade itself, so we're gonna make the handles look good. I'm gonna show you how it's done. So the pins, now again, depending on who's designing and actually making a knife, these pins that hold the two halves together to the knife, they might be flush with the face of the handle, or they might extrude a little bit. Since we're working in 3D, we're trying to give it some dimensions, so we want each one to extrude up just a little bit. So boom. Okay. All right. So I did the same method. Hold the shift key, click each one, extrude. We want to go this way. We're going to type in 0.005. Okay. Operation, new body. Press OK. I'm going to show y'all why I did that. We're going to do the same thing over here. Okay. Extrude. Same thing. 0.005. 5,000ths of an inch. New body. Press OK. There you have it. Now we have the pins, and you see they going through still, right? Now I'll show you why I did that. We're going to change the appearance of the handle. We're going to do that now. And then we're going to round out these edges because we want the knife to be safe to handle. We don't want it to be uncomfortable in your hand. It's supposed to feel good when you're cutting things. Again, we want it to be, you know, pretty realistic, right? So right click on the face, left click appearance. You see I have some materials preloaded, right? You want to make sure bodies, components is selected. I like mahogany. If you come down here, give you some different materials to work with. To make it look real, I'm just using wood and give you a few options here. Cherry is nice. Mahogany, I like that color. Walnut, you know, I like a nice dark color. Give it some dimension. We're going to stick with mahogany. See how that look? Now you can actually choose the whole body too, just like that. And you do the same thing over here. You left click and drag it, hold it, drag it along, click, do the whole body. There you have it. All right. Click close. Now we're still focusing on the handles. We'll get to the blade later. We got a little work to do with the blade, literally a little work. But most of the work is with the handle because we're trying to soften the edges. To do that, we'll add fillets, fillet radiuses. All right, go ahead, left click fillet at the top. Hold down the shift key, click this edge, and click this edge. We're going to give it a 20 thousandths of an edge radius. 0.02. Go up to here, this option, curvature. Turn off tangent, chain, leave in rolling ball. Press OK. There it is. You look around. Now we soften the edge a little bit. We do the same thing here. Fillet, curvature, 20 thou, same thing. You want to do it under here too. Click it, fill it. .02 curvature, rolling ball, confirm. Same thing here. Try and get it to look nice too. There it is. All right. Got a few more edges to actually relieve that. Yeah, we could do that. Here, we can do these two. Enter. All right. There you go. Now I'm gonna bring the body back. Just make it visible again. And you see it's coming together. I told you it's gonna be easy. So you go to this edge. The reason I brought the body back was because it was cohesive with the handles that the two halves of the handle that we did. So now you want to click all of them, fill it, same thing. Boom. Make it comfortable and safe to handle. No pun intended. Okay, baby, pun intended. Curvature. All right. $20 thou. All right, here we go. Now it's looking like something. That's the knife I showed you all at the beginning of the video. Look at that. Now, last up. Second to last maybe. We need to establish an edge for the blade. To do that, click on it. No need to hold the shift. We're not choosing multiple edges. I mean, you could, but I'm gonna show y'all why we're not going to. See, so yeah, there's really no point. Yeah, no point. I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna do it. You just need the one edge, honestly. Because, I mean, in real life, only one side is going to be sharpened on diamond wheel or whatever. You just select the one edge. Now with this, instead of entering a number, leave it tangent, right? You have to manipulate it with the arrow. Just grab it, pull it back. And if you look on the other side, see there was a line. You want to close that right there. So roughly 53 thou of an inch. Press OK, and there you have it. You have an edge. Now you have a knife. So it's really that simple. Now, let's change the material of the knife. I think right now it's like default, some kind of default fusion material. It's probably like steel, like satin steel, something like that. We're going with polished stainless steel. Brass, you could do brass. Brass looks nice, but brass is really soft and it doesn't make a good knife. You want something that's durable and rust resistant, and that's why stainless steel is usually the go-to. Okay. Even the pens, stainless steel. I mean, you could do like brass pens, but again, there's no point. You might as well just do stainless. Stainless is rust resistant, not rust proof. Rust proof implies that it will never rust. It's not the case. Rust resistant, though, would be the correct term for it, terminology, whatever. All right, here's our knife. Check it out. Make sure it look good. Using the Orbit, just checking it out. Now, here's the thing too. Right now, we're in orthographic. You could change the display style in the menu down below. You click on that little TV looking thing, like a computer screen, visual style, camera. Right now in orthographic, go to perspective, boom. Now it looks, that's how it looks in, this would be like what does it be, 2-point perspective? Yeah, it'll be, I think 2-point perspective. So that's how it will look in real life. Boom. There you have it. Make sure you save. Save as. Big knife. Save. There you go. I thank you all for joining me in this session. Plenty to come. I got more projects to come. I like doing this type of deal. I like showing people how to do stuff too. I have a mentoring background in design, like art and design, pottery, ceramics, all that good stuff. This is just literally another addition to what I do. Um, I have more coming, so I want you all to stay tuned, like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. If you have suggestions on what you would like modeled, um, then feel free to let me know in the comments. You can message me, whatever. I don't mind. Uh, I like doing this kind of thing, and it's good brain exercise too. It keeps you sharp. So again, I thank you all for joining me in this session. Like and subscribe. I know it's cliche to say that, but I really will appreciate it. I'm trying to get this going. Uh, and stay tuned for more. I thank you all for your time. And until next time, take care.